All right, Corey from the podcast. I'm here joined by my co-host Corey, as always.
Yep.
Special guest tonight. Never been on a proper podcast episode. Jon Harty, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good, man. Good. You've
Good.
been. We've chatted with you a few times at the Rinks, but you've never sat down on StreamYard with us. So this is it's a real treat. I appreciate you.
Yeah. No, this is the first. I was wondering when you guys were gonna, ask me on. I didn't know if I upset you guys or what.
Yeah, well, you have too much hair, so I'm jealous. Let's talk a little bit about hockey and your career growing up and throughout the years. So, where did you play your minor hockey, Jon?
Oh man, I grew up in a military family, so
Yep.
put it in perspective. I played my first year of minor hockey in Chatham, up in Miramichi area, and that's actually how I was able to be a local last year there.
Yep.
Military base closed up there. We got stationed down here in CFB Gagetown, outside of Orvacto, Fredericton area, and played most of it there. And then we got posted or stationed out west in outside Edmonton, and played the rest of it there. And that's why I played in the Western Hockey League. So
That's actually interesting. I never really knew the connection for how you ended up there. You were born in Germany, though, so like truly.
yeah. So if you want to go the other side of it, when I was in Miramichi, before I played my first year of minor hockey, I was born in Germany and lived there for 4 years, and
Wow.
then we went to Miramichi. So that's that.
Was your dad in the Air Force or?
He was Army,
Army?
combat engineer, so it's actually pretty cool. When we were up in Miramichi, one of my neighbors, I was friends with his kids. He was up in the stands, caught me going in the tunnel, and my mother used to come up and watch the games and sit with him. So, it was pretty cool playing in Miramichi last year.
That's awesome, man. You kind of hinted at it, but you played for Everett in the WHL. I think you were your captain your last year. Can you talk to me about your time in the WHL?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. We had a great organization. It was mini NHL rink at 8,700 I think people in the
Wow.
capacity, and our average was 6,500. So you really kind of felt the atmosphere, and I was never a high offensive guy, but the hitting and the fighting and the also adding in some points and eventually getting the captain. Kind of like a local celebrity, right? These people would see you around town. It was weird, but it's a neat experience.
Cool, man. And after that, what led you to coming back to New Brunswick to play at UNB?
Well, funny enough, so when we were out in Edmonton Station, and then my dad got stationed back to Halifax. So I actually traveled from Halifax out to Everett to play, and Christmas time I was back to Halifax. My mother got a job as a police officer in Fredericton. My brother was going to UNB, and it was just one of those I'm not really a Western Canadian, and there's nothing wrong with the people that are, but this is home, right? Being here in New Brunswick, and being one of the best universities in Canada, it was them or U of A, and it pretty much came to I'm going home. So
Yeah. And is that did you meet your wife here in New Brunswick?
oh man, you're really asking the questions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My wife is from a military family as well. She
Okay.
was also born in Germany.
Okay.
Our parents were friends, and we were stationed in Miramichi together.
Okay.
So I don't remember hanging out with her. She's a couple years younger than me. And then we both got stationed down here to Gagetown, CFB Gagetown in Fredericton area. We lived in completely different areas, never saw each other for years. I moved out west. I played in the Western League. My brother went to high school with her, actually. He's a couple years younger. And then we met through just hanging out together. And yeah, the rest is history.
Here we are, a couple kids, 2 boys, right? You got a couple kids?
Yeah, 2 boys,
Yeah.
7 and 9.
Awesome, man. So after you're done at UNB, you decided you're not done yet, and you kept going. So you ended up in the ECHL for a little cup of coffee, but then you really had a hell of a career in Europe. Can you talk to me about that period? And I mean, that's got to be such a cool experience. Some of the guys I've talked to on the podcast who've been to Europe just talk about how the culture is so different, and hockey's, I mean, a big deal there as well.
Yeah, so my last year at university, that cup of coffee I had in the East Coast,
Yeah.
the next year was the lockout. And
Okay.
I I was getting healthy scratch in playoffs. They were playing other guys over me, and I was just like, what am I doing? And then I had my old assistant coach from juniors was in France. He's like, come over here, man. Like, come, like, it's fun. Like, I'll do what I can for you, take care of you. And it was great. Like, I always wanted to move up. I wanted to play in the NHL. I wanted to move back and come play in the AHL for an opportunity, but just the lifestyle. Like, you're not playing 72 or 82 games like you are in North America. The fights are less, and like, it's easier on the body. You get a tour everywhere. It was a pretty cool experience. I wanted to do a few more different countries, but it was fun.
So what countries did you end up playing? Because I know that, you played in the Ligue Magnus in France, which is a renowned league in the world. Yeah,
I played 2 years in the Magnus, and then I played 2 years in the second league in Sweden, the Allsvenskan.
Yep.
And then I played half a season in Slovenia. So I played 4 years in the Austrian league, essentially.
Okay.
I played half a year in Slovenia, and then I went to the German second league, and then I went to Hungary in the Austrian league for 3 years after that, and I could have stayed there forever.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was. They treated us well. It was just homey. Like, I don't know, just felt like home with the kids there too.
The pandemic never happens. Do you think you stay there?
I would have. Like, if the choice is me, I actually got 2 bad injuries my last year of hockey. Okay. I got a puck in the eye. I got a big scar here. Missed 6 or 7 weeks with concussion, and then came back. And for a second game back, I broke my heel.
Okay.
And I ended up playing through that, which was utterly painful. But we didn't make playoffs. They cleaned house. They brought a new coach in, and the coach just said, "Hey, listen, I want my guys." And it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's not personal. And then the pandemic happened at the same time, and the other places I had job offers, they said, "Don't bring your family." And my kids were 4 and 2 at the time, and that was enough of that. Like, I was playing good hockey, but not like NHL money, right? Like, it's going to run up eventually. So
cool. And then you end up coming back to North America. You played a little bit, a couple more games in the ECHL, a little bit of Ligue Nord-Américaine hockey. But then I want to get to what I want to talk about right here, baby. You end up in the BSHL with the Lumberjacks. So I remember your first year, your second year, and seeing the development of that team. I can't help but think you had a key role in that, seeing those guys develop.
Yeah, it was funny, the whole Doketown Lumberjacks, because I remember when they started, and I played a year in Quebec, and travel's not great, and he's like, "Hey, you come play for us." I'm like, "I'm coaching prep school hockey. I'm going most weekends. I don't even know if I can play, because I tried to play in the CRL, and they wouldn't let me because of my experiences." And then they found out that I would be considered a local because I played minor hockey in Oromocto. Like, that's where I'm from. That's where I consider where I'm from. And they got me in as local. I was like, well, I can't make every game. And like, it's okay. Like, we'll take you when we can. You're a local. Like, you're not a carded, you're not an import. Yeah. So that there. And then eventually, like, I think they fired the coach. Our head coach now was the assistant coach. And it ended up being me and Luke Gallant kind of running the D, and then, the vocalness and just talking. And like, to me, I like correcting people. Like, I was always like a coach kind of mentality, video guy, like a role player. Like, I was never the high offensive skill guy. So like, the details of the game is something that I do. And you get to these young guys, and a lot of these young guys, like I always say, like Brett McLean, like I used to coach him.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in University of New Brunswick, these like the guys that are on my team, they're the guys they used to come to the hockey camps, and they were run by UNB, and I would coach these guys. So I still kind of see them like, hey, like, you try this, maybe this, and they listen, right? Because I'm not coming out of it the wrong way. So it's pretty cool to be one of the older guys, I guess, with the young group.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you can kind of see you out there sometimes doing a little bit of the coaching, or you're definitely one of the leaders on the team. So you took that leadership over to Miramichi last year, which, thank God that you got a local card there, because as an import, I think I was just talking to Corey with this. It feels like so long ago, the import card, but I feel like you wouldn't have qualified as an import. So had you not been a local, we would have lost you last year, which would have been terrible for the league. End of the day, you're great talent and super good guy. So it's great to have you in this league. But you go to Miramichi last year. Talk to me about that experience, because I'm not going to lie to you, John. Every time I see you, you had a huge smile on your face. You look like you had a lot of fun.
I'm too old not to be having fun playing hockey. Yep. With the import card, I couldn't play anywhere else except for Miramichi. And they had to fight. They appealed to Hockey New Brunswick because some of the teams didn't want me in there. And I had an option to play possibly in Tri-County as well, but I knew this league wasn't stable. And honestly, like Miramichi is a cool place to play. Like you want to talk about like playing in the League Magnus in France and second league Sweden, like that rink when it's full, it's like playing in the League Magnus. Like it's a professional place. Even as a visiting player, I was like, man, like it'd be pretty cool to play here and like a little bit of home. Like what a place to play. So I was super excited about that. Bit nervous because I was supposed to go up with Benji and Brady, and something happened with cards, and they stuck together and they didn't end up going. And I was the only guy going up there, not knowing anyone. And it's like, oh man, should I just not go? Like, and I ended up going. And you know what? I played a lot of hockey, but not a lot of dressing room was better than what we had last year. That was fun. Everyone was a good guy. Everyone pulled their weight. No one complained about ice time. Like it was just a good group of guys and a very positive experience in my journey in the hockey world. So
awesome, man. It felt like that on the outside, where we're kind of semi-close to the league. We got to know you guys fairly well, and we were around a lot, and everybody looked like they were having a blast. I don't think any team offered me more beer than the Northmen last year. Every game I'd be doing interviews and be like, I'd see Kennedy come out and like, want a beer? And I'd be like, no, man. But it just seemed like a good group, and it was a hell of an experience. Winning that cup, John, what was that like?
Well, you know what? Like, you like winning it when you contribute, and you like winning it with a great group of people. And the organization that represented, like we represented, it's awesome. They're professional. They're great people. And honestly, to me, when I won that, I was like, this is probably my last. Like, this could realistically be my last championship. And, like I played 8 years of pro hockey in Europe. And my first year, we lost in Game 7 in the overtime.
Okay.
In the finals. And never came close after that. So you're telling me I got to win like any competitor, right? Like even if it's senior hockey and you work Monday, Friday, and maybe you skip a workout or two, and you have to deal with your kids, and you can't get that pregame nap and whatever. It's still competitive, and it's still guys going out there giving their hardest and battling, and to do that day in and day out. And I just remember in our playoff run, as we were getting closer and closer to the end, more and more guys were staying longer and longer in the dressing room and just soaking it in, right? Like every game, it was like, we had a war against Bucktouche, and, you win that game, and it's like, oh my God, like, this is possible. And then you get Elsie in, and just guys were staying in. It's just, it's fun. It's good bonding, and it's, hockey aside, it's like you're bonding over something where it's intense, and it was just an awesome time.
How cool is it for your kids that are old enough now to appreciate that, to experience that with you?
It's good. It's good. Like, especially trying to coach your kids, and it's like, hey, you got to work hard every shift, and then they see dad out there, and dad's working hard every shift, right? So it's good, and they're living the moments, and they got bigger dreams now about winning things because they saw how big of a deal it was, and I don't know. It's just, there's no negative to this.
It's awesome, man. Fredericton. Let's talk about the big move here, the big team coming in. I know a lot of people are really excited. I hope the city's excited. I'm a little ways from Fredericton, so I don't get to hear the buzz. But talk to me about the Express, man.
There's a buzz around town, and it's pretty cool. Like, it just coincidentally happened that the junior A team left and not around this year. UNB's always so good, and like sometimes games aren't competitive, and guys like are just looking forward to senior hockey here. And I know for me, like I'm quite active in the hockey community here, coaching kids. I coach both my kids and coach other kids, and all of my kids' friends and my the parents of the kids I coach. They're all, hey, like we're looking forward to the home opener, and so there's a buzz around town, and I think it's going to be great. That's for the off ice part, and on the ice, like, what do you want to know? Like, I think we've got to have a great team, and it seems like a great group of guys. Like, same as most of the guys from Doketown team, right? Most of us got brought back, so I don't know. Like, it's just more of the same and more of the good stuff, right? Too much of good stuff, not a bad thing, right? So
yeah, absolutely, it's they did a great job, man. You guys have a hell of a roster. I think you guys coming in your first year back here after a year away and moving the team. I mean, I think the city's got to be pumped because I don't know. we're not experts in senior hockey, although we might be in some way.
You guys are.
In some way, we might be
experts.
You guys have definitely built a possible contender there, and we're definitely excited to get to that home opener. We can't wait for it. Corey, talk to John about the hockey rinks you're so excited to see.
You want to bring wrestling into this now?
Why not?
So we have a wrestling podcast too, and one of the episodes we did, one of the wrestlers, his last match was at the York Arena in 1974. So that arena didn't really change much, but can't wait to see it for the Express, and because it was his last match. So
yeah, I know that rink probably just got a coat of paint since he was there last. It's a rink, but you know what? Like we have a few nice rinks here, like the Aiken Center. But I think for us, like that's a senior hockey barn.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Here, like on top of the tin roof, tin walls, like
yeah,
it's going to be bumping. I think. I hope, right? And I'm sure hopefully what it was in 1974 when Buddy had his last wrestling match.
Cool, man. You guys have some games at the Lady A, another great rink, and then Lady Beaverbrook, sorry. Yeah. And then you have some games that just are gorgeous, man. The Grand Harvey's one of the top tier rinks in this province, so it's going to be a great time for senior hockey. First games at the Lady Beaverbrook this coming a week from Saturday. When this comes out, it'll be a week from Saturday. Get your tickets, John. Thanks for your time, man, and we definitely don't have anything against you. And it's an honor to have you on here, man. We appreciate your support of the podcast and everything you do for us.
Yeah, listen, guys, huge fan. Love the exposure that you guys bring to this league. Like, you guys alone, I know it's the unofficial podcast and the BSHL and everything, but you guys bring more professionalism to this league than, anywhere else. So I really appreciate it. You guys ever want to hear? You guys want to talk? You guys want to quote or something like that? I'm always open for you guys. You guys do great things.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll come find you after the games, and yeah. This will not be your last time on the podcast, brother.
Maybe I'll offer you a beer, just like Miramichi tradition, right?
Yeah, exactly. Have a good Miramichi boy like you. All right, John. Yeah. Thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Anytime. Take care.